Good afternoon, or good evening, I should say, because it is 6 o'clock. I wanted to get on and do the spiritual progress report. I'm also going to go ahead and do my second um, shout out for Women's History Month. Um, I want to shout out to our grandmothers, our great grandmothers, our aunties, for some mothers who have gone on to the other side and who have taught us so much on how to do different things, right? It is with them that I just heard ma- kitchen magic tree. I've never heard that term before, but basically like kitchen magic, meaning that they were able to stretch the foods out and make it work. They were able to fill in the gaps that many times men were supposed to do. Let's be honest and real. Um, and so, I want to pay this moment in time to our great grands, our grands, our great grands, our first mother, our first grandmother, shout out to the ancients, right? Because without them, we wouldn't be here. We carry their lineage. They were the trailblazers of this earth, not us. We may continue to do new paths, but I want to share that. I'm definitely getting a message here. Um, Something dealing with the past, moving forward, getting justice. I'm loving it. And if this is your first time joining me, my name is Magoon. I also go by B. Um, I do spiritual progress reports. I try to do them every Monday. If not on every Monday, you will get them on the Tuesday, unless otherwise noted. And also, please like, share, and subscribe. Please go check out the other videos that I have. And please share them. All of my videos are timeless reading. So whenever you get them, know that it's just that moment in time for you to experience that video. Trying to get my light on one of my cameras. It seems like it's darker than the other. So give me just a second. Uh, there we go. Let there be light. And there is fluorescence. There's one more card that's coming out, and then there's two more cards that I have to get from another deck. Spirit has yet to let me know which deck that is, but I did hear that there is a total of 8 cards that needs to be read. And then they may come out at the bottom of the deck. There we go. All right. So the first card that we have here is the Justice card. So a lot of you viewer, right, is getting justice for something that put you in a rest mode, that put you in a restful state. Um, you for some of you, you were in this state, so you were not doing anything, but you were not doing anything in agony. But there's some people that were not doing anything, but they were resting. They were made to rest. They were made to sit down, and it was because of them being in this state of agony. So if you are in agony now, you're going to get out of it. I will say that. and you're going to be in a restful state, but you're going to be in justice. You're going to get the justice for that, no matter who you are. The thing about it is that it's also something that's highlighted from your past. Um, somebody that you've forgotten, an incident that happened to you that you may have blocked out of your mind if it was that traumatic. Um, and it's almost like it's almost like you want to say, like, I wish I can go back to old times, things were so much better. It's that energy, and it's like you can't go back to old times, you're older. People have gone on, things have transitioned. And it's that instance of you can't go back. But it's also the instance of stop looking back, look at your now. Pay attention to what's happening now so that you can avoid the things that happened in the past with certain people. So, say for instance, and I'll just use this one because this is a topic, a real time topic. So let's just say smoking. Say that your father passed away, or mother, auntie, somebody in your life passed away when you were a child, and it was due to smoking. Well, when you got old enough to smoke, you started smoking, and now this is like spirit's way of saying it's time for you to stop smoking now. There's no reason for you to be smoking. And so you have to change that habit. It's like stop going back to the past, stop looking at the past, stop trying to grasp things from the past, and leave the things in the past. But also, it's time to get rid of old habits. So everything that's old, you have to get rid of. Because I just heard new life cycle. I literally just heard you're in a new life cycle. So for many of you, you're going to be in a new life cycle. You have to do everything new. It's the same. Think of any princess story and from Disney, right? Think of they how they went from nothing to something, right? They go from a struggle to having everything at their fingertips. So it's that matter of life for you, like you're getting ready to come into something new, something better, and you have to understand that there's certain things that you did in your old way of living that you can't do in this new way of living because it will hinder some things. The next is the Eight of Cups, meaning you are moving forward. So again, with this new life, that means you're leaving the old, going towards something new. You're taking on new opportunities. I heard tasks as well, tasks and opportunities. Um, and as you're setting yourself forward, um, I think one thing that's on your mind is struggles. Five of Wands is here in reverse, and it's like it's like you keep thinking about the struggles that kind of pushed you away. But what I'm sensing um with this new way of living, is this Five of Cups energy, meaning, but in this Five of Cups energy, you're, for this deck, you're paying attention to the cup that you didn't pay attention to. You notice that you stopped paying attention to the old cups, and you started paying attention to, or I'm not going to say the old cups, but the spilled cups, the cups that didn't work, right? The things that put you in your mind negatively, you're now going to stop, and you're going to start thinking about those things, the two cups that you still have that have been prosperous, that are still going, and you want to keep investing in that more. And there's a reason for that, because what you're doing is you're manifesting um, newness, you're manifesting happiness. And this card is the Seven of Pentacles, but it's in reverse, which lets me know that um you feel like you don't have any options. You feel like you're limited to what you can have. You feel like things are just crumbling around you. But it's in this deck. Apologize. If you see this card, she has everything that she needs. She just got to utilize it. And so, and I'm going to say this, I've been in that energy too. Like I have all of these things, and it's like, okay, spirit, what do you want me to do with these things? Right. You told me to invest in this. You told me to get these books. I have them. Now what? And I did read the books. Let me be clear. And I got some of the products based off of what I was reading. Um, but now it's that. So now that I have this knowledge, what do you want me to do to apply this knowledge? And that is that same energy that many of you have been in. Like you're like, I've done the work. So now what do I do? It's that same energy as when someone go see a therapist and they're like, okay, I've been doing the work, that I've been seeing my therapist on a regular, I've been trying to do the work, but what else do y'all want me to do? Because I don't understand this space. And spirit's going to give that to you. Ancestors card. I I need to. I'm putting this out in the atmosphere. I want some ancestors cards, some real authentic ones. So spirit, whichever ancestors cards that you wish for me to have, please send them to my direction. Ashe and amen. And I said that because oftentimes I will hear something about ancestors, and I don't have ancestors cards. Um, but I do have a card. It's a past life card, and Spirit wants me to use those for the time being. Um, so I'm going to grab those. And hopefully I did not take them out of this room. This is that one. So if this is your first time, this don't does not often. Here they are, right here. Um, this does not happen often. Um, but everything that I do is guided by spirit. The way I read, how I read. So there's going to be some videos that you see, and you're not going to see me pull cards of any kind. And that's because um, I was about to say my mediumship, but that is true too. I am also medium. Um, tends to happen differently depending on what I'm to do. Okay. Love life is here. So I do want to say, ironically, this is the first time I've noticed this. Um, there's actually two things that I'm noticing, but on this card, there is a heart right there above my finger. And I hope you can see that. And the first card that came out is Love Life, and it has a very similar heart on it. So you're getting justice for something that happened in your love life. Something that happened in your love life. And it could be you're getting justice for, yeah, karmic relationships is here. So what I'm getting, because I'm trying to figure out, so it's your ancestors may have been in karmic relationships, and it's just something, um it's almost like a group of spiritual people got together and say, we're going to become a family, and we're each going to go through this so that we can learn something different until we break it. That's the kind of energy that I'm picking up. It's like like but it's like you getting justice for it now, because it's like you've come to the end Here, although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let you go. I belong to you, you belong to me. But it's like you've gotten to the end of the road. And with karmic relationships here and love life, you know, especially with you getting justice from all of these things, like in order to move forward, in order to rest, in order to rejuvenate, you have to let these things go. And let me see what's on the bottom of the deck here. Yep, bottom of the deck is the Hermit. So you've been in this waiting mode anyway. You've been in a hiding mode. That's why the Four of Swords is here. It's that same energy as you've gone inward, right? Um, God, the universe. I just heard crystals has been shedding some light for you, giving you some insight on some things. So maybe some of you have started getting into crystals and you're realizing that your life was out of balance until you started getting those crystals and incorporating them into your daily living. Um, but all of that has been changing and shifting you. The more and more you go in, the more deeper you go in. And so with this ancestors card here, um, it's letting me know that these relationships were very similar to relationships that your ancestors had, that put you in this. And it's almost, it's like most people would say it's a family curse, right? Generational curses. It's almost like you've broken the generational curse of having karmic relationships and now you're going to move on to something better. So take what you have and make something of it when spirit shows you, because you're going to walk away with ease, with a good plan, and it's going to be justified. So thank you for tuning in. Please share, comment, like. If there's anything that you wish to say, if you have questions for me, feel free to ask. I do personal readings, so you just have to tap in to me, leave me a message, and we'll figure that out. Because I do want to make sure that you all continue to get the messages that you need. And I do, although this is the Healing Room Tarot, where you can get your healing from, and understanding what has been healed and what you no longer have to deal with, and what you will have to deal with. You know, but most importantly, most importantly, you receive your healing first and foremost. You actually receive it, whether that is through love, giving you a hug and tapping those fingers. I'm going to make sure that you get your healing. But outside of that, I do other readings. So I did want to share that in case someone was wondering, oh, he's only going to do healing tarot. No. And in fact, all tarot should be healing to some point, because if it's not giving you clarification on a situation, or it's not providing you an answer that you need, it should be guiding you in a way where you start to realize that um, you can control what's happening outside of you. It should be empowering. Tarot should be nothing new per se, unless it's something that you're not seeing, but it should be something where it's enlightening your mind to do certain things, right? All right. So thank you all for tuning in. Again, join me later on tonight for Cards and Conversations. It will be 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you and have a good evening.